Good day everyone and welcome back to Jax Cosplay. My name is Jax and I do cosplay. In today's video I'm not doing something cosplay related, it is more something just geek culture related. Today, as you can probably see in the title, I am doing the Ultra Applesauce Pick 3 challenge. The Ultra Applesauce challenge is a challenge that was started by UAM Collectibles and Dr. Applesauce here on YouTube. There'll be links down to their channels below. And basically, it's a challenge where you look at your collection of things. They did it for Funko Pops, but which is what I'm doing it for. But you can pretty much do it for anything in your collection, whether that be comic books, figurines, lightsabers, tools, books, whatever you collect. You basically pick 3 items from your collection. And those 3 items are your most valuable item in the collection, your most sentimental item in the collection, and then a wild card item in your collection. Maybe something that's not necessarily the most valuable or most sentimental, but something that's got a cool story to it, or it's just a pretty cool piece to have in your collection. So, as I said, I am going to be doing this for my Funko Pop collection. If you want to see me do it for other things, let me know. I do collect books, not comic books, but novels, visual dictionaries for movies, stuff like that. If you want to see me do it for tools, heck, I don't know, literally mention anything that you want to see me do this challenge for Funko Pops. But that's what I'm doing for today. Today I'm doing it for my Funko Pop collection. So yeah. So you may have seen in their videos, they started by mentioning their most valuable pop, then their most sentimental, and then their wild card. I'm going to change things up a bit. I am first going to talk about my most sentimental pop because, well, as you'll see as I talk about them, it'll make a bit more sense why I'm speaking about my most sentimental pop first before my most valuable pop. So starting off with my most sentimental pop. And I know what you are screaming at your screens right now. Where's the box? Why isn't it in its box? Where's your box for your Funko Pop? And the reason why it's not in a box, why it doesn't actually have a box anymore, is also the reason why this is my most sentimental Funko Pop. This is a 2012 Star Wars Clone Trooper Funko Pop that's since been vaulted. And this is actually the first pop I ever got for my collection. It was given to me by a good friend of mine. I mean, during 2012, me and this friend, we used to literally eat, sleep, and breathe Star Wars. That's all we would talk about. It's all we were interested in at that time. And he got me this Funko Pop for my birthday. And back then, I was what, like 13 years old? I didn't know much at all about collecting anything. And I had no idea that you were supposed to keep the box. So 13-year-old me got the Funko Pop. Back then I still thought it was just a cool little bobblehead. So I opened it up, threw the box away. And I put this little guy on top of my computer desktop, which is where he stayed for the next while. But this is my most sentimental pop because it was given to me by a good friend of mine. I'm still good friends with the person who gave this to me, and it was my first addition to my collection, and it's the pop that started it all. So that is that one. Next, I'm going to move on to my most valuable pop, and I did say I was changing the order, and the reason is because, well, technically, this Clone Trooper. Did I say Stormtrooper earlier? I can't remember. If I said Stormtrooper, please forgive me. Like, don't think I'm a fake fan. Please forgive me if I said Stormtrooper. I think I said Clone Trooper, but if I slipped up, please forgive me. Clone Trooper. Clone Trooper. Phase 2. See, I know my stuff. Phase 2, Clone Trooper. Okay, cool. But technically, this Clone Trooper is the most valuable pop in my collection. It is currently valued at, I think, about like 1,600 Rand approximately. In dollars, I think that's about $94, somewhere around there, $90, something like that. But it doesn't have the box, and I've already spoken about the story of this pop before, so I thought I would go into my second most valuable pop, which is also the most valuable because I do have the box for it. So my most valuable pop is also a Star Wars pop, and this is the Grand Admiral Thrawn 2017 Galactic Convention exclusive pop. Now, I didn't get this at Galactic Convention. I didn't go to Galactic Convention. I instead got this pop from Comic-Con Africa 2019 from the official Funko Pop stand, and I paid a measly 100 Rand for this pop, which I think, is that about $5? Yeah, I think it's about $5. This pop is currently valued at I think 1,200 Rand, or about $60, somewhere around that mark. I'm not sure of the exact conversion at this moment in time. But yeah, so Grand Admiral Thrawn, his character I absolutely love from when I first read Heir to the Empire, and then when he eventually became canon in Star Wars Rebels. He was a character that I was always fascinated about. And when I saw this pop at Comic-Con last year in 2019, I knew that I had to have this pop in my collection. And the fact that it's got this little sticker here was just a nice little bonus. Even if it didn't, I would have still bought it because I love Grand Admiral Thrawn. So yeah, so this is my most valuable pop in my collection. Next, moving on to my wildcard pop. It's a pop that's not the most valuable, maybe not the most sentimental, but I think it's a pretty cool pop, and it's got a kind of cool story behind it. So here we've got a big boy. We've got a 6-inch Treebeard from The Lord of the Rings. And the story behind this pop is last year, Free Comic Book Day happened to be on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. It was on Star Wars Day. So all around the world, different comic book stores, whilst they were celebrating Free Comic Book Day, were celebrating Star Wars Day at the same time. And my the comic book store that I often go to if I want to get like Funko Pops or comics or other geek stuff, Cosmic Comics, they had a joint Star Wars Day and Free Comic Book Day event. And as part of the event, they had a cosplay competition. I mean, I do cosplay. That's the name of the channel down here, Jax Cosplay. It's probably why you subscribe to me, for the cosplay stuff. And so they had a cosplay competition, and they had 3 divisions. They had kids, adult, and Star Wars. Specifically a Star Wars category because it was Star Wars Day. And so at that time, or when I first saw the announcement that they were doing the cosplay competition, I was currently working on my Tusken Raider cosplay. And so I put in the hours to get my cosplay finished so that I could debut it for its first ever appearance at this at the Free Comic Book Day at Cosmic Comics. And so I probably rushed a little bit to the end. The respirator on my Tusken Raider I made the morning of the cosplay competition. So yeah, so I went through there and I went up on stage as my Tusken Raider, and I did the iconic Tusken Raider noise and held my my rifle above my head. And yeah, and I came first place in the cosplay competition. And the prize for the cosplay competition was a 3,000 Rand store voucher. And so with that voucher, I bought a few books, I bought a few posters, stuff like that. But then I also bought quite a few pops that day. But one of the pops that immediately caught my attention when I walked into the store, before I'd even signed up for the cosplay competition, any of that, as soon as I walked in, was this 6-inch Treebeard from The Lord of the Rings. And so yeah, so I got this one as well as a few other ones. I actually got the Night King on the Iron Throne. And what was interesting was I bought that pop like, I think it was like 4 or 5 days after the Game of Thrones Season 8 Episode 3 where the Night King dies. Spoilers alert, but sorry, it's been out for a year. Don't at me. So yeah, so I bought that one and this one. So those were 2 big 6-inch pops that I bought. And then I bought a few other smaller pops that I just thought would be cool for my collection. So there we have it. We have my most sentimental pop, my most valuable pop, and a wild card pop that I really like this one. It's a cool one. It's not particularly incredibly valuable. I haven't seen too many of these pops before, but I think it is still available. If you look on Amazon and stuff like that, you can find this pop available. Don't think it's vaulted, but yeah, it's just a pop I really like. So there we have it. There we have my 3 pops for the Ultra Applesauce Pick 3 challenge. I first saw this this challenge being done by Zaid from ZHM Entertainment. I'll link him down below. And yeah, so if any of my friends are watching this that happen to collect Funko Pops or collect anything else, I challenge you guys to do this challenge to pick 3 from your collection. Also, let me know down in the comments below what your 3 picks are for your Funko Pops. What your most sentimental, valuable, and wildcard pop are in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And thank you for watching. If you want to see more cosplay stuff, more updates of what I'm currently working on, stuff like that, you can check out my Instagram, which is @jax.cosplay. There'll be a link down below, and somewhere here on the screen there'll be the thing saying @jax.cosplay. But thank you so much for watching this video. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.